There's the base of the bowl. It's going to be the base of the bowl. Now I could have taken spray adhesive and glued these fast, but I just cut them out and traced them onto the maple. So now what we'll do is we'll cut this out on the bandsaw on the outside of the line, and then we'll use the disc sander to sand to the line. So next thing we'll do is cut this out in a bandsaw. There's the easy half of the apple put together. How I did that, which I should have filmed, was I just took the board. I have a piece of aluminum angle iron back here to keep this straight. Move this up, take the compass, and trace that pattern onto here. Cut the most off with the bandsaw, and then sand it. And as you can see, I left them extra long in case I had to keep on going. I don't run short. So now what I'll do is I'll glue this all together, cut these off, and then we'll do the second half. This was the easy half, by the way. The first half of the apple is done. We're about to start the second half. Well, what I do is I offset this a little bit, take the compass, and trace this outline on here. Is that perfect? No, but it'll get us in the ballpark, and test it, sand, until it fits perfect. I rough it out with the bandsaw, and then I test it until it fits. And we'll keep on working our way out. Rough that on the bandsaw. Tested the fit. Mark the high spots. Take it to the sander. This is going to be such a small piece. really gonna make it difficult. Maybe I'll cut the other white part out first. Give me something to draw a line with. I may probably take 2 or 3 tries to get this right. There's the 2 halves before I glue them together. I just have to take gum bands off, glue the 2 halves up, and then we'll cut it out for a bowl. I was running the boards through my sander, and this is what happened. So I don't know if I can fix that. I've been trying to avoid putting it through the thickness planer because of all those small parts. I figured I might catch one and break it. But we'll see what happens. Since the sander broke, we're going to have to try the thickness planer. So please forgive the noise. I'm cutting out the rings on the bandsaw. There's the half rings being glued into the whole rings. It's going to be a 5-ring bowl. When that dries, we'll start stacking the pieces. The base of the bowl has been glued to the waste block, so when that dries, we'll start adding rings. The first ring has been added to the base. When that dries, we'll put on the second ring. Second ring has been added to the base, trying to keep all the lines lined up, which is a little difficult. The third ring has been applied to the base. Next thing is the top, the square part. We'll get to that next. The entire bowl has been put together. We'll leave it in the press for half hour, 45 minutes, and then we'll leave it dry overnight before we try to turn it. There's a shot in the bowl, in the lathe, before we turn it. Glue will dry the rest of the day, and then tomorrow we'll turn it. I rounded off all the corners with a 1/4-inch round over bit. Well, we'll see how it turns out. I haven't used this camera in 3-4 years, and it isn't cooperating. It says it's recording, and it's not. At least there's no file there. So I lost all the video from the actual turning of the bowl. That's the bowl sanded down to 600 and 1 coat of sanding sealer put on it. Is it perfect? No, by no means. But it actually turned out better than I thought it would. So next I will sand it again, put another coat of sanding sealer on it. Depending on what it looks like, sand it again and put a finish on it. I won't bore you with all that stuff. Then what I'll do is when finish dries, I'll cut it away from the waste block, and we'll pick it up where I turn the bottom of the bowl. So we'll see you then. I have the bowl on the lathe with the tailstock run up with a piece of MDF to hold the bowl while I separate it from the waste block. So next we'll take the parting tool and we'll cut it most of the way through and then finish it off with a handsaw. As you can see, we'll cut it down with the parting tool. Now I'll take a handsaw and finish it off, and then we'll take it over and put it into cold jaws. The bowl's finished. Did it turn out perfect? By no means. Bonds have been turned, been signed. So we'll call this complete. I really didn't hold out too much hope that this was even going to work. But if you took a little more care, I think it's a technique you could use. So once again, I thank you for watching.